Hi, welcome back to the garden. Gotta love the first weekend of July. We're gonna have fireworks, but everybody around me, they cut hay. And I got lucky and picked up a couple misbaled bales. Really good price. We're gonna put some on the garden. It is perfect timing. Now a lot of people are surprised when we use fresh hay. So I'm bringing in a lot of seeds. As we've talked about quite a bit, we don't have that problem because we put it down thick. And any seeds that do germinate, they germinate in the top layers. They don't get enough water. You kick them out with your toe, they become part of the mulch. Well, I think we got some tomatoes and squash to pick. And what's that old saying? Corn needs to be knee-high, shoulder-high, some height by the 4th of July. In my garden, I don't really hold to that. As long as we got enough time before the first frost to get an ear off, we're good. I spent a little time mowing, so we got some fresh green grass, got the hay, cleared out a patch. We're gonna plant some corn. So come on, let's plant. Now I pretty much went through here, took out all the seeds and all the plants that were going to seed, except these beets. I thought I'd show you this. This is what we planted in the corner in December. Couple warm days. Look how well the corn salad and the spinach are doing. And that's one fine patch of beets. This little patch of kale in front of the cold frame is doing really, really well too. Because of the temperature change and the cold frame, we've shocked them a little bit into going to seed, but there's not a whole lot of seed here. Let's go ahead and pull these up and take a look at what we got. Now this one doesn't have much of a root on it, but that's still going to be okay to eat. And I'm just going to cut and drop this right in this area where we're going to plant. Now this is a monster. I'm probably not going to leave. I'm going to cut this off and put it in the compost pile. Part of the reason I defined the walkways is so I could get in here with the wheelbarrow. I knew this was coming. And over here where we got the cabbage, I'm going to mulch in around that a little bit. And if you notice, I'm putting this in well over 4 inches thick. By the time we're ready to do something over here, that'll be broken down enough that we can dig right into it. We do have one nice beet right here that I am going to let go to seed. We got a couple really nice cabbages that we're going to go ahead and pick in the next couple days, I think. But what I just cut and dropped, we'll just spread that out kind of evenly across here. I'm going to add a little bit of hay on top of this. And then we got some fresh cut grass. And that's how you prepare your bed. You want to keep that soil covered. And then we'll dig into this. So now that we got the hay moved in here, we still got to open this up down to bare soil so we can plant. And these are pretty long strands and they haven't really broken down yet. So be kind of creative as you're pulling it back and separating that out a little bit. There, we've got some planting areas. Not taking any of the roots out. We just cut everything off at ground level or a little above, which will be just fine. And since the corn's going to get tall, and it's on the north end, let's go down here and plant some turnips. I'm just going to make a nice little furrow, just a couple nice little furrows. And I don't care if we got a little hay in here, because we're going to cover back with some grass. And these are little seeds, and I'm probably planting them way too heavy like I always do. But that way we should get some, and the critters should get some. It's all good. Okay, just like Ruth Stout, I'm just going to pat where I put the seeds. And I'm going to just kind of dust this soil back over it just lightly because of the heat. All right, let's get some corn in. This is Sunny Day Hybrid. It's supposed to be pretty short. Yeah, and I'm planting them probably way too close, but I am spacing these out. Now I'm making sure these have good soil contact. Okay, in the center here, this is still pretty damp. Over here's where we cleared out yesterday, and it's kind of dried on top because I didn't recover it. This we just did this morning, and it's still holding quite a bit of its moisture. So we got good soil contact on those seeds, a light little bit of soil on top. Put another row right here. That'll be pretty good. That worked out well. All right, nice soil contact. Same drill. All right, let's water these in and then we'll put some grass on them. Nice little soaking. Get our turnips. Okay, now our grass clippings, which we've let dry. You don't want to put real hot grass clippings on anything. That will hurt them. But once they dry out a little bit, they're wonderful. These are fluffy. The corn and the turnips ought to push right on up through that. I'm just putting enough on here. It looks pretty fluffy, but there's really not that much. We protected that moisture. And then just add the rest of your mulch. Now this, which I've just raked up, that's still pretty green and that's still pretty hot. So I'm just putting this in the walkway. Now that we got this planted, we can use a little more hay and help define the edges a little better. So this will be the back here. And look what we found. Our baby praying mantises are growing up. Go eat something. And there you go. We defined our new corn patch. First weekend of July, turnips and corn in the ground. Let me go get that tomato and squash I saw. Well, I made a mistake. There were 2 tomatoes and a squash. You can do this too. If you want to learn more about the deep mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you right back here in the garden. If you want to learn about the living soil, click that link right there and I'll meet you back in the garden. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Happy Independence Day. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.